How are
It's
you?
quite a last time, and it had to stop it and go again. It's just it's a bit different on different devices. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Different devices have different things to get people on. How are you?
Hi. Oh, are you on a new device today?
Just on the phone today, yeah, because I just want to try a new microphone that I got. So yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1111 Spiritual Transit Podcast. Always a pleasure to be with one of my best friends, if not my best friend, over here in Canada, Jackie, and she's from the Akashic Energy Healing.com or .com, or is it .ca? I can't remember. It's so early in the morning. But look, we're going to be having a chat about the full moon today and just some of the experiences that we're going through. I think it's going through Gemini at the moment. So if you don't understand astrology as much, I mean, I'm no expert in it, but my friend Diana, or our friend Diana, is really, really good on Diana from Trailblazers of the Universe. Gemini for me comes up, it means not two-faced, but two sides of things, people showing different sides of each other, things coming out within you. Could be a different perspective of what is happening within your life. You might be thinking about other people, the way you think might change your opinion of something maybe, or someone's actually, like as we've always said, the veil's coming off other people. Welcome, Jackie. Let's chat. What do you reckon?
I kind of been thinking more of this energy in terms of the end of the year. I didn't even actually realize it was the full moon until you mentioned it today, but I really have been thinking about my perspective over the entire first part of 2023 and kind of gauging a new viewpoint on, the way I see things for myself transpiring. So,
yep.
Yeah, I could see that two-sided perspective and that two-sided energy really playing out in that perspective for sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So it's a case of, I think for me personally, the Gemini full moon is simply as stuff resonating with me, my true awakening, true feelings about certain, especially people. It's really weird that, not weird, but I know it's been happening that people's true personalities are coming out. I mean, my belief is that they're trying to turn us against each other. There you go. That's a bit controversial. We've got so many good things, but people's egos are being filled and being fueled. And you can say you got two sides of yourself. That's fair enough. But I just see people's egos getting fueled so much, and people's real intention, because of the ego being filled and not understanding how ego works upon us. It's just annoying. I'll be honest with you.
Interesting. I've really been in hermit mode lately, so I haven't really noticed what was going on with other people as much as I am noticing for myself. But I've been noticing that a lot of people seem to be really affected by the latest energy portals and these full moon periods, more so than I've noticed in previous years. So it seems to be a pickup of this fast-moving energy, and it's challenging a lot of people's beliefs, and it's challenging a lot of people in their life. So, I mean, people's true colors are coming out, and I think it's harder now to ignore the red flags or just pretend that somebody's actions aren't aligning to their words. And that has been bothering me lately when, those two things don't correlate, and I can't tend to hold my peace as much as I once was able to in those situations.
Are you reading my mind on that? We must be linked.
I think so. I had an experience today with one of my friends, and she had said something to me, critiqued some of my work, and right away, we got off the phone, and right away, within the next 5 seconds, I was like, you know what? I worked really hard on that, and she undervalued the amount of work I put into it and immediately went to the negative. And I know her, and I know it's not her intention, but I knew that. So the way I worded my response back to her was, I understand that it's coming from a place of love and this, that, and the other. I'm like, but my insecurities with this subject. You understand, the challenges I faced prior to putting that out. And it would be nice if you would understand the tone in which you are speaking, because it comes off as really hurtful and condescending, and as opposed to you know, there's a better way to say it, right? I need a little milk with my coffee. So, and I'm, because me and her have been friends since we were 12, and we just broke a cycle, and we were like, oh my God, look how grown up we are. We had this like real conversation, and it was interesting.
Did you, first thing that comes up to me is I've had this conversation with people as well. This might come across as egotistical, ladies and gentlemen, but it's not. Do you think people envy us in some way because of our awakening process? Because I've had that same issue where, what you said, I'd clickbait what you just said about a minute and a half ago. People's actions aren't matching what their words are, or vice versa, or their true responses are coming out.
Yeah, I would say that people tend to envy people who seem to have a balanced life.
Yep.
But I don't think envy is a negative thing, because if somebody has qualities that I wish to embody within myself and I envy that about them, that gives me that little bit of drive to push harder to achieve that within myself. And it's a beautiful thing. And I think we can reshape envy to be a positive. And I could tell you, you know what, I'm envious of you that you have, this, band, for instance, Jay, and you get up on stage and you have that ability to, just freely be yourself. That's a quality I envy about you. And it's good because I can work to embody that for myself. And it's not a negative, it's a positive. And people just take it to a negative place.
I think people take it to a negative place because they don't know how to actually be. A lot of people, they don't realize that emotional maturity comes with, I mean, I've done it, envy. I mean, I've done it. There's no doubt about it. And I think a lot of people don't realize that they're real. And this is where it comes down to the shadow there, Jack, I think, where they don't actually work upon themselves to actually get themselves better. So when someone does do better and does do this, and, you can see that they can see that you're doing better, they'll try and cut you down. See, for me, I'll just say straight out, I think that was a cut down. I'll be straight up with you. I wouldn't be saying that crap to you. No way. I wouldn't be saying that to you at all.
Exactly. The thing that happened before is that the difference in what I would used to do when somebody would say something like, or critique something that, I have an emotional connection to, because my writing is something that's personal. It's a struggle for me. So normally then I would revert back. I wouldn't say anything. And I would let that build up until a point where all of those little jabs or the little, things like that would weigh in on me. And then I would never talk to, and then I'd stop talking to you until another time. And we would.
Yep.
So just to see how I was then able to label how I was feeling, understand, it was having an effect on me, then be able to text her, communicate it to her properly, in a way that she actually comprehended it and responded with a very positive response back. And the back and forth was immediately, this problem is averted. We have broken a cycle. We are now like mature adults having a real discussion about somebody who hurt somebody's feelings. And it was this really empowering moment. And it could have gone a whole different way. And it normally would have. And it was an empowering moment. That's what I can say.
Absolutely.
And I'm proud of her and she was proud of me, and it was good in the end.
You've come a long way. You've come a long way. I'm getting better at it. I'm being a Cancer. I take things personally myself, and that's personally on my own judgment about myself as well. And I guess it comes down to the inner child and all that stuff. Criticism, all those kind of things. You still have that embodiment of issue that you have, but the way you describe that's the way it should be. I mean, I had a discussion with someone that was very mature couple, that was very mature about stuff, about certain aspects of life, and I'm thinking that's the way it should be, and
and it's only because I know her. I know her core.
Yep.
And that is a struggle that she has in her life. She's an Aries, and being overly blunt is a challenge for her, and she's working on it, but she doesn't understand. She doesn't see it the way that it's reflected to other people. So we're bringing awareness to each other as well. It's this nice, lovely circle of healing when you can really be vulnerable with your friends like that. And it continues for us both to grow and continue to reshape our relationships so that they become a positive in our life, instead of like feeling like somebody just negatively attacked me, because that wasn't her intention to begin with. She just gets excited and wants, to help. And you know what I mean? It's just the different views, but the awareness around the situation that changed is the beautiful thing. And
yeah,
couldn't be
absolutely. I
happier.
think, look, and it's a case of that's a big success with what we're doing. But I guess at a point where also a lot of people have those discussions with, well, I wouldn't call it discussion, they end up being arguments because people's egos, oh, I don't do that. He just can't be bothered anymore. And I think I'm still at that level at some stage. It depends. You could go, do I speak up? You go, because anyway, it's going to end up in a fight anyway, and not a fight from you, because you are trying to be mature as much as you can. But I guess you've got a choice. This is where you have a choice. Go, okay, I can either say something and then walk off, deal with it. They can deal with it. I've said my truth. I mean, I'm happy. That's it.
It really had to do with the way I worded my response, because I need to be able to communicate, but I want to make sure that the person on the other end is comprehending it in the way that I intend it to be received. And that is a really big challenge with people in communication in general, is that not everybody has the same level of comprehension as the person who's communicating. And that
I think
misbalance will cause a lot of friction in situations like that. So, but this is the thing I pride myself on, is proper communication, or working towards proper communication. And
I'll throw a devil's advocate in there. I think it actually opens up another communication with regards to the people that don't have they don't actually go and you open up yourself about the person in yourself. How much of a good friend are they? It actually opens up, they go, oh, I'm saying this with true love, and I'm like, no, you're damn well not. This is where,
depends. And you will know based on the energy of your relationship to those people, I would think.
Yeah,
you would hope to have that.
Yeah. You go, okay, it's a case of, I think, saying, people will say, look, you can do this, improve, do this and this and this. Okay, fine. Right, you say that, but then their actions on another way. I'm thinking of someone right now that it's got to be dealt with. Right? And it's not going to end well, I can tell you right now. I already know this. This is the bad thing about being an empath where we are. I know it's not going to end well, because I'm going to speak my truth, and you're going to go, okay, thanks, see you later. I know it's not a case of, no ill words, no fisticuffs, as we call it, brawling, whatever you want to call it, but because of people's emotional immaturity, and I'm sure I had that even just 5 years ago, right? I can say 5 years ago I was emotionally immature, but gaining the maturity of what I've done, and just having the patience, as you said, you speak your truth and go, and they say, like Marcus Aurelius and some of the great Stoics in our world, just say your truth and leave it. That's where you practice what they call samadhi. Just do it as you just did. You just practice what you did, and this is the outcome. If it didn't work, so we go from there. So that's where I'm that's where I'm at anyway. So
Well, and you'll know you should be able to tell if people are. I understood her intention behind it, so I had that awareness of the whole situation. Other people are just going to feel, the attack, and it's because of all the work that I've done that I can have that bigger perspective. But I know that I wasn't always like that. I would literally get off the phone and swear and be like, this girl, who the hell does she think she is?
Yeah, we all do it.
A person that I would be, and I would never say it to her, because why cause, I'm a people pleaser. I wouldn't cause a problem either. So it's such a mature response to a problem, and it was so gratifying, because I don't have very many of those to reference in my history, because I was a very immature reactionary person. So it's just like confirmation of growth, and I love to see it.
Yeah, it's like that. I think even the responses, even if you recognize what's going on in your life too, recognize these issues, and and then you sit there and you just go, you recognize and you can learn as you grow and have awareness and understand yourself. That's how you progress with regards to how you respond as well. And even though, look, I know myself, I know why I don't say a lot of things at the start of it, because my responses used to be, just, have a no care policy, and I just don't speak. There's reasons why. But when you learn, and I can articulate myself very well, but now I can do it and go, okay, look at a situation. Don't have to say anything at the moment, but don't let it get to you too much. But then when the time's right, just go, listen, this is what's happening. And go, yeah, righty, now I can see what you're doing. And the worst bit is, I think, when you do speak up, and also with what we know and where we're going, we're ascending, it's a hard thing because we know their truth. All right? I can see their truth. I can already see it. All right, there you go. It's like...
Well, yeah, I can't deal with people who are fake nice, who are pretending to be nice to you, even though you know their intentions are impure. That, I don't know how to be around people like that.
Yeah, it's a case.
It's a very uncomfortable feeling.
It's a case of that, with that, and I think what it is for me was described on the weekend. I can talk about all this stuff and feel something when I'm actually in the presence, or say, those shows where you put something in your hand and you can actually read it. I sort of get in that way where I'm in someone's energy, and when I start, they go, okay, let's talk about the shadow. Then I can go bang. Where if I'm not in it, I'm not connected to it in that way. The info's in there, but the info needs a key to be accessed. If that makes any sense?
Yeah. Yeah. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately, like how open I was to allow people to connect to my energy before, where now I don't allow that. And it's a personal energetic boundary, I guess I have to create, because I didn't realize the level of attachment it might be creating on the other side. Or the impression it comes off as, because it's a high frequency energy. It feels, I don't know, intoxicating in sometimes, and it
it is. Yeah, you just gotta deal with it, and you can see things the way they are. Look, let's be honest. People don't realize when awakened people talk to you, they just don't realize what you're dealing with. And that's the way it is. I always say, people, you don't know who you're not. This sounds really bad. You don't know who you're dealing with or what we're doing. But it's not in a bad way where it's a threatening type thing. It's just that I can see through your crap. And I just don't want to deal with your crap anymore.
There are some people who can feel it and feel like they don't want anything to do with it. It's like too far. And then there's other people that are very alert to the energy. Like, what? Is all, how are you so happy? Why are you, always in such a good mood? I want to know what that's like. I want to get to know that.
It's all lessons, Jack. As far as I'm concerned, it's all lessons. And it is what it is. So, on that note, I'm going to have to jump on. I know you've got another meeting as well.
Yes, please.
But we wanted to have a quick chat, guys. It's been really great just to get on and talk a little bit about what is happening. And it's exactly what's happening in our lives at the moment. Talking about, looking at people, our awareness. You can see fakeness, let's be honest. You can see their true colors. You can see what they're going through in some way. You can start to, basically, you've got a key to them, and you can put your key in and you can find out a little bit about them. So, who's finishing today?
Well, yeah, I can. So, no, you go ahead.
All yours. I can finish, I don't mind.
Yeah, you do it.
Well, on that note, guys, thank you so much for joining our short TikTok today, but we had to do it. I'm very happy that this young lady went, bang, go on, get moving, which I did. So thanks very much for joining on our TikToks, TikTok lives. You can catch us on the 1111 Spiritual Transit podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, and all other social media streaming platforms. You can find Jackie on Akashic Energy Healing. You can find her on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all other social media, and myself, Words of the Warrior, and Journey of a Whitefeather on TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, and every other social media platform. Leave a comment with us if you like what you see. We'd love to have people. We're having guests on as well. Come on and be a guest. We'd love to have you on, talk about your spiritual awakening, and we'd love to get to know you, because this is what it's all about. For that, thank you to Jackie from Canada, myself, Jay from Australia. And always be the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. We love Bret Hart, and that's our quote. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Bye.
Take care. See yous. Bye-bye.